Teachers are notorious for spending hours and hours creating visually appealing resources that help students understand and grasp concepts that are abstract and vague. We do this to make them visual, visible, and concrete. And at Smekens Education, we're forever providing resources for teachers, PDFs and blackline masters and icons, anchor chart resources that all help teachers help their students. However, in this COVID era, a pretty common question we're getting is from our virtual teachers who say, but I don't want to build a paper-based anchor chart. I don't need a static two-dimensional blackline master. I want things I can build on a screen with my students. And as fast as we're working to create these kinds of digital pieces, let me show you kind of a quick two-step process how you can pretty much convert any one of our Smekens resources into a digital resource that builds in front of students. So I'm just going to pop onto our literacy eLessons portion of our website where many teachers have found lessons to teach whole class comprehension skills. And every one of these lessons, inference, retelling and summarization, prediction and question, every one of these has a lesson series with an anchor chart. Right? And if you scroll down and you click read more or show more, then you can always see that overall anchor chart. And again, we're building this on paper, right? Print it out, cut it out, tape it up with your students. However, my virtual teachers are like, yeah, but I want to be able to use this and do it digitally. So how can I do that? All right, I want to show you a two-step process. And whether you're PC or your Mac, this is going to work. So if you're PC, you're going to need the snipping tool. So just go to the bottom left of your device and type in snip or snipping tool, and it'll pop up. And if you're a Mac, you're going to type in the grab. You need the grab tool. But what this tool does is allow you to capture an image off of your device. And so let's just pretend you want reading voice, thinking voice, okay? And so we give you all of these resources and you think, yes, I want that thinking voice, but I want it as a digital. I want to be able to put it on the screen with my students as I'm growing. So I'm going to use that snip tool. I'm going to click new, and now my screen kind of gets that white film. All it's doing is saying, so what piece do you want to capture? What do you want a picture of? So I want this whole bubble. All right, so I let go, and then you just have to save this image. So I'll save this as thinking voice, okay, into this folder, obviously, anywhere on your computer or device. Okay, so I save it as thinking voice. Okay, now here's the trouble if you've ever done this before. Then when you open up a document, let's say a Google Doc of some kind, a Google slide, and you want to actually kind of place it in there, okay? And so I've already done it, all right? Here's that image. But if I want to place it next to the reading voice, look what happens. Do you see how it kind of has that white box? Yeah. That JPEG you took a snip of always has kind of that white background. But if I was doing this on paper, I could cut it, trim it real close, overlap them. And that's a frustration for some of my virtual teachers. You just need step 2. Step 1 is do the snip or the grab tool to capture it as a JPEG. Okay, then you need to open up this magical free website called Removebg. Remove.bg. Okay, BG. Background. You got to get rid of that white background. You got to make it a transparent background. So you open up remove.bg, then you go to the folder wherever you have this, here it is, thinking voice, and you can either upload the image or I'm just going to drag it and drop it onto the website. And what's happening is it's slowly removing the background. And it might be a little hard to see on my screen, but you kind of see this gray and white checkered background. That's their way of saying we've removed the white. Now it's a transparent background. Yeah. So now all you have to do is click download and it'll go to your downloads folder in whatever device you're using. Okay. And I happen to have my downloads folder open. Here it is. There's thinking voice removed BG. Okay. So now I can place that. Yeah, now I can place that onto my Google slide. So let me get rid of this one here. Okay. And just like I would any other PowerPoint, Jamboard, Google Doc of any kind, I'm just going to insert the image. Where do I want to pull it from? I'm going to go to my downloads folder. There it is. And here, now I bring it, look at that. I can overlap it because I lost that background. Now I've made it truly transparent. I know it's a little bit extra step, but while we're working to give you these images that don't have backgrounds, you can convert any static two-dimensional graphic with the background to a transparent one for your digital resources, anchor charts, and any blackline masters.